UK garage is a genre of electronic music originating from the United Kingdom in the early 1990s. The genre usually features a distinctive four-quarters percussive rhythm with syncopated hi-hats, cymbals and snares, and in some styles, beat-skipping kick drums. Garage tracks also commonly feature chopped-up and time-shifted or pitch-shifted vocal samples complementing the underlying rhythmic structure at a tempo usually around 130 BPM. UK garage was largely subsumed into other styles of music and production in the mid-2000s, including dubstep, bassline and grime. The decline of UK garage during the mid-2000s saw the birth of UK funky, which is closely related, origins. The evolution of house music in the United Kingdom in the mid-1990s led to the term, as previously coined by the Paradise Garage DJs, being applied to a new form of music also known speed garage. Its originator is widely recognized to be Todd Edwards, the American house and garage producer, also known as Todd "The God" Edwards. In the early 90s, Edwards began to start remixing more soulful house records and incorporating more time shifts and vocal samples than normal house records, whilst still living in the US. However, it was not until DJ Zed, the North London DJ, acquired one of Edwards' tracks and played it at a faster tempo in a nightclub in Greenwich, that the music genre really took off. In the late 90s, the term UK garage was settled upon by the scene. This style is now frequently combined with other forms of music like soul, rap, reggae, ragga and R&B, all broadly filed under the description of urban music. The pronunciation of UK garage uses UK garage rather than US garage. Artists such as Craig David, Grant Nelson, M.J. Cole, Artful Dodger, Jamieson, Sir Solid Crew, Heartless Crew, The Streets, Shanks and Amp, Bigfoot, DJ Luck and Amp, MC Neat, Sunship, Oxide and Neutrino and numerous others have made garage music mainstream in the UK, whilst Dizzy Rascal, Wiley and Kano's arrival raised the profile of grime, an offshoot of garage. Cole once stated, "London is a multicultural city. It's like a melting pot of young people, and that's reflected in the music of UK garage." Notable female singers who have had the genre incorporated into the songs include Lisa Mafia, Ms. Dynamite, Keel La Rock, Shola AMA, Sweet Female Attitude and Miss DEEQ. Garage is considered a mangle term in dance music. The term derives from the Paradise Garage itself, but it has meant so many different things to so many different people that unless you're talking about a specific time and place, it is virtually meaningless. Part of the reason for this confusion is that the range of music played at the garage was so broad. The music we now call garage has evolved from only a small part of the club's wildly eclectic soundtrack. Frank Broughton, Bill Brewster in Last Night a DJ Saved My Life history. Relationship with jungle. In the United Kingdom, where jungle was very popular at the time, garage was played in a second room at jungle events. After jungle's peak in cultural significance, it had turned towards a harsher, more tech-step-influenced sound, driving away dancers, predominantly women, escaping the 170 BPM jungle basslines. The garage rooms had a much more sensual and soulful sound at 130 BPM. DJs started to speed up garage tracks to make them more suitable for the jungle audience in the UK. The media started to call this tempo-altered type of garage music speed garage, 4x4 and two-step's predecessor. DJs would usually play dub versions of garage tracks, because pitch-shifting vocals could sometimes render the music unrecognizable. The absence of vocals left space in the music for MCs, who started rhyming to the record's role of MCs. Since then, MCs have become one of the vital aspects of speed and UK garage parties and records. Early promoters of speed garage included the Dream Team and Tough Jam, and pirate radio stations such as London Underground, Ice FM, Magic FM, Mac FM, Upfront FM, and Freak FM. During its initial phase, the speed garage scene was also known as the Sunday scene, as initially speed garage promoters could only hire venues on Sunday evenings. Labels whose outputs would become synonymous with the emerging speed garage sound included Confetti, Public Demand, 500 Records, Spread Love and VIP. Speed garage. Speed garage already incorporated many aspects of today's UK garage sound like sub-bass lines, ragga vocals, spin backs and reverse drums. What changed over time, until the so-called two-step sound emerged, was the addition of further funky elements like contemporary R&B styled vocals, more shuffled beats and a different drum pattern. The most radical change from speed garage to two-step was the removal of the second and fourth bass kick from each bar. Although tracks with only two kick drum beats to a bar are perceived as being slower than the traditional four-to-the-floor beat, the listener's interest is maintained by the introduction of syncopating bass lines and the percussive use of other instruments such as pads and strings. Speed garage tracks were characterized by a sped-up house-style beat, complemented by the rolling snares and reverse-warped basslines that were popular with drum and bass producers of the time. Among those credited with honing the speed garage sound, Todd Edwards is often cited as a seminal influence on the UK garage sound. The producer from New Jersey introduced a new way of working with vocals. Instead of having full verses and choruses, he picked out vocal phrases and played them like an instrument, using sampling technology. Often, individual syllables were reversed or pitch-shifted. This type of vocal treatment is still a key characteristic of the UK garage style. The UK's counterpart to Todd Edwards was M.J. Cole, a classically trained oboe and piano player, who had a string of chart and underground hits in the late 1990s and early 2000s, most notably with Sincere and Crazy Love. M.J. Cole has also won a BBC Young Musician of the Year award. Speed garage duo 187 Lockdown scored a couple of chart hits in 1998 with Gunman and Kung Fu. Two-step. Arguably one of the earliest examples of a two-step track is the 1997 hit Never Gonna Let You Go by Tina Moore, which peaked at number 7 on the UK chart. Love Station released the version of Teardrops, which reached number 14 in 1998. Doolally, the former name of Shanks and Amp Bigfoot, scored a number 20 hit in 1998 with Straight from the Heart. A re-release of this song the following year fared even better, peaking at number 9 due to the success of the number 1 single, Sweet Like Chocolate. Jess Jackson was responsible for many garage records, but one which stood out was Hobson's Choice. The B-side of this record changed the UK garage scene from funky and soulful to dark and bassy. Another example of the evolution in two-step was the release of Troublesome in 1999 by Shy Cookie and DJ Luck, in which non-sample two-step beats were merged with a full ragga vocal. American influences. Timbaland, a popular contemporary R&B producer in America, was the major innovator behind contemporary R&B at the time, from which UK rave culture borrowed heavily. The use of rhythmic patterns as melodic hooks is shared by both contemporary R&B and jungle, making it very appealing to the significantly ex-junglist UK garage scene. This style of Timbaland's R&B possesses a breakbeat aesthetic, break-up of the flow of four-to-the-floor rhythm, hesitations into the groove, and teasing and tantalizing gaps. Garage producers then proceeded to churn out UK versions of US contemporary R&B hits, notably with Brandy and Monica's "The Boy Is Mine." The Architects sped up the vocals through time stretching and added sound effects to increase the competitive nature. B&M Remix eventually sold 20,000 copies as a bootleg. Also borrowed from US contemporary R&B is the use of vocal science, the technique of digitally altering vocal samples with devices such as the auto-tuner. What results is a post-human mix between person and technology. 1999 2000 Role of pirate radio. UK chart success. With many pirate radio stations ICE FM 88.4 Freak 101.8 Mac 92.7 filling up the FM airwaves. The soaring popularity of UK garage saw 1999 take the genre into the mainstream, breaking into the music charts. Production duos Shanks and Amp, Bigfoot and Artful Dodger were very successful with the tracks Sweet Like Chocolate and Rewind, respectively. After the platinum-selling success of Sweet Like Chocolate, the floodgates had opened. Although Rewind was denied a #1 position by Cliff Richard and his song The Millennium Prayer, it was also a platinum seller, one of the garage scene's first and last. They became anthems for the two-step scene, and got onto BBC's Top of the Pops. Other huge hits in 1999 include the #1 house garage anthem You Don't Know Me by Armand van Helden. Although not UK garage, Mr. Oizo's #1 single, Flat Beat, received extensive airplay on pirate radio stations upon release, thus leading to numerous UK garage two-step remixes of the track. DJ Luck and Amp MC Neat also had a chart hit with A Little Bit of Luck in late 1999 into early 2000. Many more UK garage acts followed into the new millennium by releasing commercially successful singles, thus making UK garage and two-step a stable fixture on the UK charts for the next couple of years. Debut singles of various UK garage artists were hitting the #1 spot on the UK charts. Craig David's debut solo single, Fill Me In, a mix of R&B and two-step with single formats containing various garage remixes of the track, hit #1 in April 2000. A month later, Oxide and Amp Neutrinos' Bound for Dalton's Reload reached the top of the charts. Other hits in 2000 include Artful Dodger's Movin' Too Fast, Woman Trouble, and Please Don't Turn Me On. Sweet Female Attitudes, Flowers, True Steppers, Buggin', and Out of Your Mind, NNG featuring Callahan and MC Needs, Right Before My Eyes, DJ Declines, I Don't Smoke, Shanks and Amp, Bigfoot's Sing Along, MJ Cole's Crazy Love, and Sincere, the latter re-release. Having been originally released in 1998, Scott and Amp Leon's You Used to Hold Me, Wookiees Battle, TRU Faith and Amp, Dub Conspiracies, Freak Like Me, Architects Body Groove, Oxide and Amp Neutrinos, No Good For Me, and Baby D's Let Me Be Your Fantasy, a garage remix remix by Trick or Treat featuring MC Tails. Another huge hit in 2000 was the Tim Omas remix of the song Doom's Night by German producer Azido Da Bass, which was heavily associated with UK garage at the time, having become a major club hit and appearing on several UK garage compilations. It was also remixed by garage duo Stanton Warriors. 2001 hits. 2001 gave DJ Pied Piper and the Masters of Ceremonies the one and only #1 hit record with Do You Really Like It? 2 months later, in August 2001, South London collective's A Solid Crew hit the top spot with the second single, 21 Seconds. The end of 2001 saw yet another two-step anthem reach the top of the UK charts for Daniel Bedingfield with his debut single, Gotta Get Through This. Other chart hits in 2001 include the Sunship mixes of Mystique's Why, All I Want, and One Night Stand, Artful Dodger's Think About Me, 24/7, and It Ain't Enough with the Dream Team, Liberty's Thinking It Over, Sticky featuring Muzz Dynamite's Boo, Oxide and Amp, Neutrinos, Up Middle Finger, Devil's Nightmare, and Rap Dis Only Wanna Know You 'Cause You're Famous. The Streets Has It Come to This. Wide Boys, Sambuca, and So Solid Crows, They Don't Know. 2002 to Two-Step and Grime. 2002 saw an evolution as two-step moved away from its funky and soul-oriented sound into a darker direction called grime, now a genre in its own right. During this period, traditional UK garage was pushed back underground amongst the bad publicity emanating from the tougher side of the genre, and publicized violence surrounding members of the So Solid Crew. Nonetheless, several UK garage songs did appear on the charts from 2002 to 2004, including Distant Sounds' version of Time After Time, So Solid Crows' Haters, and Ride With Us, Jamieson's True, Mr. Red's vs. DJ Scribbles' Everybody Come On, and Three of a Kind's Baby Cakes, which was a #1 hit in August 2004. Notable early grime artists around 2001-03 include Pay As You Go Cartel, More Fire Crew, Dizzy Rascal's debut album Boy in Dark Corner, Roll Deep's mixtapes Volume 1 and 2 which were never released commercially, and Wiley. 2007 revival of two-step. In 2007, several DJs helped promote and revive UK garage's popularity, with producers creating new UK garage, also known as New School. UK garage. The end of 2007 saw New School UK garage push to the mainstream again, with notable tracks such as T2's Heartbroken and H2O's What's It Gonna Be, both reaching the mainstream charts. The revival was galvanized by DJ Z releasing Pure Garage Rewind, Back to the Old School, which contained 3 CDs of old school UK garage and a 4th CD with fresh New School UK garage. 2011-14 resurgence. Early 2011 saw the start of a gradual resurgence of two-step garage. Producers such as Wookie, MJ Cole, Zed Bias and Mark Hill made a return to the scene by producing tracks with more of a two-step feel. Electronic music duos Disclosure and Aluna George, both successful throughout 2012 and 2013, often use elements of UK garage in the music, and arguably, some of the biggest hits, including You and Amp Me, are entirely two-step garage with an updated, cleaner sound. Shortly following this, original-style garage had made a return in a big way, with producers such as Mooney, DJ D and Tough Culture paving the way. One of the genre's pioneering labels, Ice Cream Records, responsible for anthems such as IP Groove, True Steppers, Out of Your Mind, Feet, Victoria Beckham and Amp, Dane Bowers, Keela Rocks, My Love, and more, opened up the permanent roster for the first time to include DJ D outside of the legendary trio that launched the label. Genres evolved from garage, dubstep, bassline and UK funky. One popular mutation of UK garage is dubstep, originally a dark take on the two-step garage sound. According to Code 9, the bass use takes influence from Jamaican music such as reggae. It has defined the aesthetic of underground bass music in many UK towns and cities. Dubstep originated from garage producers such as Wookie, Z-Bias, Shy Cookie, Albion Artwork, who inspired a new generation of producers such as Scream, Bengup, DJ Hatcher, Code 9 and Digital Mystics to create what is now known as dubstep. Some UK garage, dubstep, grime, bassline producers have moved a different sound called UK funky, which takes production values from many different shades of soulful house music with elements of UK garage and blends them at a standard house music tempo and soca with tribal-style percussion from Afrobeat. Future Garage, a contemporary offshoot of dubstep heavily influenced by UK garage, is Future Garage.